Okay, let's talk about sound and iMovie. iMovie doesn't really have too many options for adjusting your sound, uh, but GarageBand does. And if you have Mac, it's fantastic. If you don't, you can also use Audacity. It does a similar thing. Again, iMovie is what I'm working with and GarageBand, but you can use Filmora. Filmora 9 is web-based, and it does a lot of things that iMovie does. And a replacement for GarageBand would be Audacity. You can do a lot of things in Audacity, very similar to GarageBand. It is also a free program that is available for Mac and Windows platforms. So let's say you've done some filming of a piece and you've put it into iMovie, but you want to make it more interesting. You want to give it some reverb, maybe some effects, or maybe you want to layer in different tracks. So for that, you would use GarageBand or Audacity. And I'm going to take you through the steps of how to take your video and export it into an audio file, work with it in GarageBand or Audacity. I'm going to use GarageBand, and pull it back into iMovie to make your movie more sonically interesting, especially if you're going to add different instrument parts and stuff like that. So we're going to start with the clip that we had as a video file, and I am going to now export that as a sound file. So when I export the file, I'm going to choose right here in this window, audio only, and go next, and that will export it as an audio only. I'll call it Bob. Audio only. There we go. Save that. Audio only files usually save very quickly, and as you can see, it is there. Now I'm going to come over to GarageBand. I'm going to pull up this new file in GarageBand. I've created a track here, and I am going to show this right here. Oh, look. Pops up just like we did in iMovie. And, oh, here's Bob, audio only. Who's Bob? I don't know. That's just what I decided to call it.
Okay, so here I am in front of my Nifty's 50.
I clicked it too hard. So I'm just going to select that. Should be able to drag it right here. And then, whoops. I'm going to move this. I have to make sure I move it to the very beginning of my timeline. That way, if I want to add more tracks to it, record things over it, I can adjust the settings. Maybe I want this to have lots of reverb, so I would open up the reverb pane, and I can make lots of reverb. And now,
okay, so here I am in front of my Nifty's 50.
I don't want the metronome on. So there it is. I have that new thing, and here's what you can do with it. Share this by exporting it back to the disk. This will just take a second. Doesn't matter what I name it. That's going to go into my downloads folder, and I come back to iMovie again. And then I'm going to import something new to iMovie. It's right there up at the top of my list. And now I can drag this down and put it underneath in the sound pane, in the sound timeline, not in the pane. Cancel. That was an accident. And
okay, so here I am in front of my Nifty's 50 green screen.
And now I have altered my audio. So I hope that helped you all and gave you some ideas.